Hello everyone, today we're going to build our main street for our zoo. My name is Thomas.
And my name is Jasper, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Planet Zoo Speed Builds. What we wanted is some kind of building to fill up the space between our entrance and between like the little roundabout thingy that we built in the last episode. So what we were thinking is that we could like make like some kind of food court kind of thing. What I wanted to do is I wanted to make it fit like the theme of the park, so it kind of looks like the entrance, but I also wanted to give it like its own unique I wanted to give it like its own unique style.
We decided to go for food shops and for drink shops. The gift shops will be later in the park.
What the first plan was that we would do like these kind of little sheds and then like make like gardens on top. Then we got like the idea of like making like some kind of glass glass roofing to go over the road. That is what I was building here, was like the glass roofing. But I thought that it looked too weird with like two little sections, so I decided to join them together and add some walls later on in the middle. What I now decided was to remove those corners that I had, because I wanted to make like some kind of double roofing and make like the glass in between. And make like the garden plant part in between the two glass layers. So
I thought that it was really cool to put like snakes or scorpions in the middle parts where now nothing is actually. But we did something else and it turned out quite nice, I think.
The first plan was that we were to, place like some kind of animals in between those sheds. But since we already have some animals in the zoo entrance, I thought it would be like a bit too much. So I just decided to fill like those walls later on. And what you can see me doing here is like building like the double layered, but what I did is to still keep it like interesting. I decided to make it thinner in the middle, as you of course don't have the outer layer in there. I was looking for like some kind of decorations on this side, but I couldn't find anything that fitted. And I wanted to make some kind of custom sign, but so I started working with this, but it didn't really look that good.
Yeah, but later on we are going to make a sort of food sign in the studio.
So I was kind of looking at it. Then I was like, I could maybe place logos of the shops that I have inside on the shops itself. And it was a fun idea. Only problem, some of them have like nice sizes, like those three.
They're just too big.
And others are just way too big. Like you'll see like those are fine, but like you see that cosmic cow sign is just huge. So I decided to go look for the other style.
I think that the Gulfy signs are the best size.
Yeah, the gulpy signs and the chief beef are like the perfect size. Then I was like, I could maybe place like all those icons on the front. Then I thought maybe I could use like shapes of like the customizable things, and I wanted to do like the top and the bottom differently. The only problem being that you have like those harsh lines in the middle. So I thought maybe I could do like multiple layers, and I just went with colors that looked good, so green and yellow. And then I wanted to put like shop on it, but then I realized, wait, I'm building a food court, so I thought.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a mountain and the sun behind it.
Yeah. So yeah, it now isn't that much, and I thought I maybe could make like some hills and a sun and the sky behind it, and I think that it looks quite good. So we have that. Then I wanted to make like some kind of border like down there to make it a bit more interesting.
Just a nice looking pattern.
Yeah. The only problem being that the thing that I planned to do, it didn't tile very well. So then I thought maybe I could add like some kind of border around it. So I did that. So I started it, but I thought that it looked not that good, to be honest. So I think that here I realized, wait, maybe like those canopies look better. Wait,
they look way nicer,
right? You know what?
Yeah,
right.
They look way nicer.
Yeah, and that was honestly just to make them look a bit more natural. And at this point, I was like, maybe I should just, fill this part in with just wall pieces instead of the other part. The only problem that I had was that it didn't tile very well as I wasn't using the right piece. Then I just used a full height wall, and then it tiled pretty good. Then I wanted to make like some kind of border like in between, so that if you have like a bit of a row.
And we decided to put some plants on the wall in the middle, I think.
Yeah, but that is like way later. We thought of that way later. So what I wanted to do here is I just wanted to connect the path pieces, but it's just this game sometimes has like the most annoying path system ever. Like I was struggling so hard connecting it, then I had it. Then I had to connect it to the outside, which was the next problem. So
almost impossible.
After quite a lot of struggling, and then I removed the curbs inside, so it isn't completely straight. But I think that I did a pretty good job.
You can barely see it, so it's a good job.
Right. And like you can see here, here's where I started to put in like the soil, and for some kind of reason I wanted to like make sure that that edge isn't visible, and of course I don't want the soil to stick out because that is physically impossible. And what I at first wanted to do is make like plants make like some parts of those glass roofs that are just covered in plants, but
You should have just placed a like really big tree.
yeah,
out
but
of
the thing is that
go.
they don't have any curved plants, so I couldn't do that. And then I was just kind of like filling up those pieces. The thing is, this takes quite a lot of time, as you have, in this case, you have 4 things that you want to keep like unique, but you want to keep them interesting, even though you aren't really going to see it from down.
Wait, should we speed this up or not?
What?
Should we speed this up?
I mean, this is of course already sped up 8 times, so I think we are just going to I mean, we could, but I think that we are just going to keep this in.
It just needed to happen one time this episode.
Yeah, the sound is just amazing. What you can see me doing here is I was kind of like trying on keeping the parts like a bit more diverse. And then I was like, maybe I could add like vines still on there, but no, it just wasn't looking good. It was quite repetitive and shit, so I removed it again. Then I thought maybe I could place like some kind of planters down there, and I eventually settled on this style because it looks good with those, with the rest of the building and those canopies. So after I placed, yeah.
How long did you work on that plants above all the shops?
Yeah, quite long. I
30
think,
minutes or something?
I think more like 40. I mean, I think 30 to 45 minutes.
Wow.
And like on this whole project, I think I spent like little over 2 hours. So it was like still quite doable. I mean, I have projects that were way longer, so.
But now you can see why we split this up into episodes.
And as you can see here, I kind of wanted to put like lighting, and I first started that with like the big floodlights, but it wasn't looking good, so I thought maybe like those smaller lights, and I wanted to add some lights in there as well, but I wanted to do it with those spotlights, but again they are so bright, so
you can just turn it down, right?
Yeah, you can just turn it down by choosing like a really dark tone for the color, and I decided to add like some kind of green and yellow, and to all make it look a bit more fun,
a bit more tropical.
Yeah, exactly, to make it. And then I decided to add some vines. The thing with vines is you don't want them sticking out of the glass. The big problem is vines are made to hang from trees and not from glass walls. So
it's just becoming a big jungle now.
Vines have like this black part that makes it look like it sticks out, but it doesn't actually stick out. So yeah, that's just a big problem with vines. Here I wanted to, and then I thought, you know, these planters, let's place some plants in there as well. And I placed the plants, and they also have like these leaf patches that I placed behind it because it's made it look more green. It made it more.
Yeah, and this was our solution for the empty spaces in the middle biome.
Yeah, exactly. And what you can see me doing here is just trying to pick like a good street lantern. And the reason I wanted to do this was because I kind of like wanted to place street lanterns and some benches and some bins, and then just surround the place with some trees, so that way
And
it
the
would
trees would look absolutely
way better.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
really beautiful.
You will see it later that it just looks way better, and you can also see it on the thumbnail. So, but here you can see me like struggling on where to put the benches. So I kind of like put them on the roundabout in between the lamps and the bins. I decided to place them next to the benches.
I think that the coloring from the benches and the bins perfectly matches with the part.
Yeah. The thing is though, as we are going to make new areas of the park and going to add like roads that come off the roundabout, of course the layout is gonna change. So I think,
and we are going to build our sign. I already made it, and in the next episode we will put this.
The sign is made. We are going to put it like we're going to put like on the side. And for the roundabout, I think I'm just going to remove like the lanterns that are in there. And as you can see, I made some videos. So
I
this
think
is
it turned
what
out
it looks
quite
like.
nice.
And just look at it.
Yeah,
it's
it turned out quite
gorgeous.
Nice. Also with the trees around everything, and yeah, just take a look. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just so gorgeous.
Yeah, and that's it. We hope you liked it. Bye.